Well, as we observe the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday today, you may not know that if something had not happened almost 80 years ago, the day could have a totally different name. Our Steele has that story.
In 1934, an American made a voyage overseas that took him to several beautiful places: Rome, Tunisia, Jerusalem. The man's name was Mike, and the main reason for his trip was to go to Berlin, Germany. You see, Mike was a minister, and he was to attend the 5th Congress of the Baptist World Alliance. Adolf Hitler had been Chancellor of Germany for less than 2 years at the time, but as Mike noticed during his travels, life in Germany was not the same as it was in the United States, even during a time of racist laws and policies that dominated our country. Hitler had made it clear that his target was the Jewish people and anyone else not of the Aryan race. Mike and the others attending the Baptist World Alliance meeting were mortified. They passed a resolution that read, "This Congress deplores and condemns as a violation of the law of God, the Heavenly Father, all racial animosity and every form of oppression or unfair discrimination toward the Jews, toward colored people, or toward subject races in any part of the world." When Mike came back to the U.S., he decided he didn't want to be Mike anymore. He wished to take the name of someone else from Germany's history who had inspired him. And so, Reverend Michael King, pastor of Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, became Martin Luther King, naming himself for the founder of the Protestant Reformation. His son was 5 years old at the time, and when he grew up, Michael King Jr. would also change his name. Though he had used it much earlier, it didn't become official until July 23, 1957, when he crossed out Michael on his Georgia birth certificate and printed Martin Luther Jr. next to it. The name synonymous with civil rights, and now the name of a national holiday. Working for you, Ray Steele, WRTV.